So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali and what it means to be American, but it's like a cultural fusion. It's kind of like the bananas and rice. You know, people don't really see, like, you know, it's you know, people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice, but that's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination of banana and rice, but you're gonna get what I mean. So
what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good evening. Welcome back to another episode of the Speak the Truth podcast, where we've got leftist nut jobs that are being arrested by DHS, which is amazing. You guys remember the banana and rice lady that complained about how ICE had assaulted her and everything else? Well, she got arrested today along with 16 others for being an instigator and causing crimes and doing all sorts of things. Like, they're just horrible human beings. DOJ went after them under 18 U.S. Code 111, assaulting, resisting, or impeding certain other officers. Excuse me. Take a look at that right there. Woo! How you like them apples? And let's just take a look at the winter lineup that we have. Yep, kind of what you would expect out of people over inside of Minnesota. So no real surprise out of the lineup that we ended up getting from them. And I want to thank you, Incog Faraday, for coming in, giving out 5 Speak the Truth memberships right off the top. Love you guys. Thank you guys for supporting me every single thing that you do. It has been a day. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you, it's been a day. Pretty long one. Started off with our regularly scheduled program this morning, then jumped over and hosted the War Room for 3 hours over on InfoWars. And now I'm right back over here 2 hours later, bringing what I can to you guys. We're going to finish off this hour. I'm going to do the first half, just going over some quick updates for the day. And I want to jump over into Discord and then hear from you guys about all of this madness. Maybe give me some new direction about some different things that you guys might want me to see, maybe that you want me to report on, and start talking about more. I know I've got some requests to start talking about Japan, but there's so much other stuff going on right now that I'm going to be honest with you. Japan, in China, I'm just kind of like, meh. Sky God coming in, giving out 20 Speak the Truth memberships. Colby says, super cool to see you and Angry Cops on InfoWars today, and getting to call in and chat. Yeah, Colby, that was pretty freaking awesome, man. It's awesome to be able to have you guys. And you guys showed a lot of love and support today. I can't thank you guys enough. Pretty cool. I remember Colby's in there. We had Ross in there. We had tons of guys that jumped in there sitting on the phone. Some of you guys sat there for like an hour, and I really apologize for that, but it kind of wanted to run it to where we had, information call-in type deal in order to get it on there. So thank you guys very much for blessing me. Thank you guys very much for everything that you do. And really, I can't thank God enough for all of the work that he's done in my life and all the blessings that I have in life either. Because, worst case scenario, I could have just fallen and ended up being one of these people sitting up on your screen right now, at least on that side of the screen. That would be bad. Phantom Shaman coming to gift out 5 Speak the Truth memberships, and Tijuana Border Jumper with the comment, America first. Double checking the name, Tijuana Border Jumper 1, member for 2 months, America first. Well, I mean, I guess you can be in the country illegally and still go for America first. It's still gonna get you deported though, bro. Still gonna get you deported. I'm just saying. Just saying. So, names of those arrested, because we got to make them famous, right? Because if it was us on the other side, they'd be blowing us all over the place. So we've got Christina Rank, Abdikardi Noor, Madeline Tashida, Nitsana Flores. I can't even read half these dang names, man. Quentin Williams, William Verme, Paul Johnson, Kurubeli Adababi, Margaret Sager. I can't even pronounce these dang things, man. I'm just going to put them up on the screen over here. Brianna ended up posting them all not that long ago. So many leftards over in the Discord. That's good. Let them come in and let them have a discussion. We need that, man. We need to have that. Phantom Shaman. I know it's a satire name. I think it's hilarious. That's why, it's funny to me. I've never paid for a membership here. I've been on here for months. It's how we do it, baby. It's how we do it. Tristan Allen says, Matt, Fulton County Dems are losing their minds over a warrant for the 2020 election results. Yeah, man, I saw that. They went in there and ripped it apart. I actually think I have some video of that coming up in a little bit. If not, I'm most definitely going to show it. Other people that are losing their mind might include, I don't know, Governor Tim Walz and possibly Jacob Fry. over in Minnesota because of this right here. Not to blow you off, Tristan, but because of this right here. And what we have right here is we have Jacob Fry begging for a GoFundMe for his legal fees to defend himself against the Trump regime. Tijuana Border Jumper says, I'm a legal citizen. I live part-time in Tijuana for lower cost of living. And I jump south. Oh, I love that, man. Good for you. That's called gaming the system, dude. I'm all about that life. Good on you, man. Yeah, no kidding. He did. He set up a GoFundMe. I haven't even bothered going over and seeing how much it has. You could donate to their legal defense link by clicking on the link, which we're obviously not going to do, but maybe we should see how many people are actually doing that. James Lewis says, can you look into how easy it is to brainwash people? I know how easy it is to brainwash people. I watch it happen on a daily basis all the time on social media. That's all that's happening on social media is people being brainwashed, bro. That's it. People get on there, they get confirmation bias when they end up seeing certain clips of things, and then boom, they're brainwashed. So right now, we are never going to convince another person that the Alex Pretti guy, it's divided now. You either believe that he was violent and that the cops were justified in what they were doing and he earned his ticket to the other side, or you believe that the cops murdered him. And people with common sense and legitimate law enforcement experience look at that and we go, no, he earned that crap. 99% of the time, when you have a gun and you're fighting cops, there's a good chance you're going to end up dead. I'm just saying. Maybe if you have a gun, don't resist arrest, right? Like people that carry responsibly and they have a gun in their glove box and they're like, hey, which I don't know why you would carry a gun in your glove box unless it's like a backup or something. You get pulled over and the cops are like, hey, man, need you to grab your license and insurance. And they're like, all right, can't get my insurance out of my glove box because there's a gun in it. And if you get a cool cop, he's like, cool, don't reach for the gun. I won't reach for mine. We'll all be good. So this guy took it to the next level. Taki44, it was awesome seeing you on InfoWars. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. No, it was fun. It was a good experience. Say it's not so. Speak the truth has brainwashed me. No way. No way. Yeah, of course I brainwashed you. So let's just get into it, man. Let's just flat out get into it. Let's just show you the brand new video of Alex Pretti, and then we'll go back a little bit and show you how Tim Walz is all butthurt over all this.
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC.
Yeah, you saw that right. He kicked the tail light out on the vehicle. The same Alex Pretti that everybody's praising as a hero for doing amazing things. Now, granted, you can go from being a nut job one day to this, but I mean, let's be real. Let's just be honest about the reality of this situation. Tristan Allen says this is a new video of Alex attacking. Yeah, this one right here, brother. Old Man Weiss says, well, he had to run last week with them. Kind of shows a pattern. Yeah, no kidding, man. It's all the same crap. Sky God coming in. You guys are just blessing the chat tonight, man. Speak the Truthers have two main unofficial rules. We bless the chat if able, and we do not negotiate with terrorists. Nailed it. Live Animal. If the FBI searches for Alex Pretti's background, I'm pretty sure they're going to find a lot of objectionable content, and he was obviously brazen. It wouldn't surprise me if there was kiddie porn on his hard drive. It really wouldn't. Ozzy Mick, Speak the Truth merchandise would be amazing. Bunker Branding can do it. Ooh, I like that concept, man. Thank you guys all for being so freaking generous tonight. Let's get back over and finish watching Pretti just kick taillights out.
Whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked.
Now, you guys notice right there in that clip, he spit. Now, if that window was down and he spit on cops, that's already assault. I just want to throw that out there. So right now, we can assume that there is a high probability that his first interaction with the feds that we're aware of, he assaulted law enforcement officers by spitting on them. They often have their windows down in these scenarios. We see it all the time. So it wouldn't surprise me. Michael Morelli. Love you, Matt. One, been watching you constantly since the start of the Russian special military operation. Yeah, isn't it special? And I just want to say I love you as a bro, and I hope you enjoy your videos. Gore many years. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that, friend. And I also want to thank James Lewis as we continue to go through this. I mean, this is just a freaking wild time. Patch Loud says, Saw Lang is planning more BS in Minnesota again, so I imagine tensions are going to flare up even more. Yeah, and that is exactly why I gave you guys a warning about Lang. He's a Nazi, man. Do you like, he's clearly, the man idolizes Hitler. Do you really want that to be the face of any movement on the right side of history? I don't. And it's not going to be the right side of history if he's the face of it. Let's just be honest. Fluff McFuffin says, false Trump, true social post came from X. Ooh, gotta love that. I'm going to have to look into that now. K-Buck coming in, gifting out 5 Speak the Truth memberships. Man, y'all should be green tonight. You should be.
Back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground. During the altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd. They continued to hold the man down before they retreat, and he walks away. The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Pretti was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband.
Oh, come on. Where's the image in the frame? That's right. The gun. You can see it right here. I've got a still image of it coming up. I was trying to capture it. That's why I just grabbed the still. There she is. He's got a gun on him. He's got the same gun on him. And in this case, the idiot showed up and he was kicking out taillights and spitting on people. Smoke and Gun says, I think they missed the gun this incident. Probably fogged up mass. I hope he would have been detained if they saw it. It's easier to see otherwise. Do you know what this is now? This is what we call evidence. Localin. If I said that right. Local Ken. Ooh, I'm sorry, brother. Coming in gifting out 5. Thank you. I wish I had this video when I was talking with the angry cops earlier. The fact that he spit, and it looks like that window's up, but we can't tell the front window, so we'll see that in a minute. But the fact that he spit and kicked out the taillight and fought the cops, that is what we call a clue, number one. And number two, when stuff like that happens, descriptions get given of violent agitators. And that information gets passed down to the other Leos. Now, with this information at hand, do we think that maybe this guy had already had a bolo put out on him, a be on the lookout, for a guy wearing tan pants and a tan shirt with a beard, carrying a gun that's violent and spits on cops? And then we saw him get up in the face of a cop and push on him. All of a sudden, it doesn't look like Leos are acting all wrong now, does it, when they go to detain and arrest the guy? We don't know whether or not they had felony charges on this guy. They could have had all of the crap on him, and one of the officers on the ground that day could have had a moment of clarity and went, that's that violent man from the other day. Then all of the freaking contact that they had with him was beyond lawful. Live Animal says, this dude is a troublemaker. The officers probably were very familiar with his violent tendencies and that he's caring. Yeah. You don't think that they got other videos and stuff like that of this crap? Like, you know that they went and researched and looked into it and probably found all of this information. I am so freaking upset at people that they just willingly will, one, hate law enforcement on the side that they don't agree with. And all of a sudden, in leftist Minneapolis, those are the good cops. Those are the cops that everybody should listen to. This is called modus operandi. You are correct, sir, CJ Banksful. And I see your comment down there, Anthony. Like, dude, you being here supports me, brother. I don't I appreciate everything from a 99-cent donation to you sitting here and just religiously watching this show over and over and over again. I really do. I love you guys to death, man. I sit here and I will put in the exact same energy, whether I got a crap show, whether I've got a bad showing or a good showing. It doesn't matter if I got 5,000 people in here or 2,000 people or 500. I don't care. I'm here for you guys because I appreciate you and I thank you guys for showing up every day. It is very abundantly beyond clear that Pretti was there to be a jerk, to assault law enforcement. Abundantly clear. And then we've got CNN coming out with this.
They chose to, they killed the wrong guy, right? Because this is like the perfect guy. Alex Pretti is the guy you would want to date your daughter. The guy you would want your son to grow up to be. A decent human being who was serving humanity, serving sick veterans, who is, there is nothing that has been said about that man that isn't wonderful. And so.
People in the chat, do you agree? Do you agree with that statement? This guy. Would you really want that guy dating your daughter? I don't think I would. I honestly don't think I would. I don't know how they could come up with that.
The gun is also visible above his waistband. Here, he continues to stand at the scene. On the day he was killed, the Department of Homeland Security claims Pretti, a 37-year-old ICU nurse, approached officers holding a handgun. That claim has been contradicted by analysis of bystander videos from multiple news investigations, which concluded that Pretti was holding a phone, not a gun, when he was pinned to the street.
Oh no, not a phone. Not a phone. Guess what? It doesn't matter. And we went over that pretty in depth earlier today. And what's even worse is we've got ICE agents that are being assaulted all over the place. All over the place. Goob Metch says, so she's saying he was mostly peaceful. That's exactly what she says. Incock Faraday says, Navarro, my ears are bleeding. My bad. My bad. Well, here's the funny part about all of this. Tim Walz, Jacob Fry, the entire leadership of Minnesota has been running around screaming. That Trump is responsible for the attack on Ilhan Omar. They're all upset about it. It's the Trump regime, these massive assaults on all of our people. The situation has actually flip-flopped. We've entered the twilight zone. That's what we've done. Remember, for the longest time, it's these idiots that have been going out telling their people to revolt and stand up and everything else. And then when Omar gets attacked by what appears to be a very staged event, by the way, because there's some wild stuff out there floating around. I can't tell if half of it's A or I or not. Walz ends up blaming the entire incident on Trump.
You blame President Trump for what this attack on Representative Omar?
Well, certainly, it's the tone that's in this country. This has all been said. I think it goes back, years of this type of political rhetoric. I can't specifically, and I know the subject. I talked to the representative last night. She was good. But this is the thing that there's no tone. And I said the president constantly attacks Representative Omar, attacks her citizenship, attacks the very decency of it, and we've asked him time and time again to stop it. I don't believe he's capable of stopping it. I keep coming back to this. The decency of the American people is going to have to speak up because
I just can't listen to that man anymore. Old Man Weiss says it shows intent. 100% agree. Live Animal says, date your daughter. How can they assume that she wants a boyfriend? Yes, sir. Clevin McPuffin, Alex Padilla style. Yeah. Yes, sir. It's getting a little bit out of control with the stupidity of these people. And I'm at the point where I don't know if I can take any more of the retardation. This is brainwashed media, 100%. And you know how to tell it's brainwashed media? Because you have people like Ilhan Omar actually showing up and conducting a candlelight visual today, hours after that new footage was released. Look at this madness. This is brainwashing. I am so glad you guys brought that up. Findy says, Matt, if anything good has come from this round of rioting, we've gotten to watch the left and their mainstream media get owned over and over and over as every one of their lies have been exposed. Yeah, that is true. Tristan said that was staged. He was a lefty, and the guy's wife is pictured with Ilham Waltz and AOC. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The guy also has a picture of him floating around with Ilhan Omar, and I don't know if it's true. I also saw that he could have been a movie producer, like an Emmy award-winning movie producer or some crap. I'm waiting for some facts to come out before I say definitively what these things are. John Wilson says, I don't have kids of my own, but I will make dang sure my nephews will never turn out like that moron. I'll make dang sure my kids don't. Because if the moment they turn out like that, they just won't be my kids. I'll just make sure they're not my children. I will disown you at that point. If you show up and you just start kicking in frickin' taillights and things like that, that is unless the government actually does turn radical. And I know the argument that people have on that is they feel like the government is radical. They feel like the government is radical. Therefore, their actions are justified. They feel that people's lives are in danger. They feel that way. But the truth is, the feelings don't necessarily matter. You can have feelings all of you want, but those feelings need to be based on facts. Those feelings need to be based on facts. Hell, even when we look at things in the Supreme Court rulings on like several different court cases that end up going into officer-involved shootings and whether or not they can shoot unarmed suspects, which, by the way, cops can, will, and do, and will continue to do so in the future, shoot people who are unarmed. And it's legal. Now, the circumstances and the facts behind it absolutely matter. Just like your feelings kicking out freaking taillights. Just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean it is a certain way. Those court findings use what's called the reasonable person standard. They compare the officer to anybody else to make sure that a reasonable officer would have acted similarly in the same situation. Fluffin McPuffin says Minnesota violates federal policy, 8 U.S.C. 1623, hence the supremacy clause. Fluffin, I actually went over to, I think it was Rapid Response 47, because Jacob Fry had came out and he is going against the wishes of the Trump administration. And he does not want to comply. He does not want to comply with the ICE detainers. And I decided to throw in the comment section, just like everybody else should, listen, why? Why do you not find one illegal immigrant that you have put an ICE detainer on that's also a member of a foreign terror organization and charge them with frickin' treason for aiding and abetting because they're helping the dude escape? It's that easy. Do it. Chris Feilbach. If you look across the populace, you will quickly find that if one act on feeling alone, they're either gay or a girl. I know a lot of guys that act on feelings alone, to be perfectly honest with you. I really do. How's this for an example? Like right here on your screen. I don't think this guy is acting on facts at all, man. And he could have been gay, although he had a wife at one point in time. But they did have a short marriage. So maybe he was gay. I don't know. But I do know one thing's true is a lot of guys act on their feelings. So I'm not just going to throw that in the face of gay people or women. Although it is, I see your humor in it, man. This is a guy right on your screen. So can we? And I've certainly acted on my own feelings in the past. And I learned from my mistakes. That's the difference. As we look out across the United States, people that are acting on their feelings do really silly things. Really, really silly things. Like elect Tommy.
We are speaking about a fiscal crisis at the scale greater than the Great Recession. And so there will not be one single thing that can answer that crisis. It will require us to pursue every single avenue. That means looking inward into savings and efficiencies. That also means raising taxes on the wealthiest New Yorkers and the most profitable corporations.
We're not even a month in, and he's complaining about a major financial crisis and having to raise taxes. But they won't tax the people of New York because the common man would be very, very upset. No, they're going to go after the rich corporations and cause them to move, which is then going to deepen their burden, and then it's going to have to spread to the people. People over inside of New York that put their houses up for sale actually have to wait several months for New York to decide whether or not it wants to acquire their property for them. Then they can put it on the market. And you think the government's going to give them a fair bid? No. Fox McCloud coming in at 5. He says, Matt knows a thing or two. Matt knows a thing or two about gays. He owned a Subaru at one point. Oh, you've been around for a while, Foxy McCloud. You're right. I did own a Subaru. You are a dude. Freaking nailed it, bro. Yes, I did own a Subaru. Why? God, man, you guys are like stalkers. Freaking stalkers, man. Hold on a sec. Yeah, that's freaking wild, man. Every time you guys tell me that, I just, wow. Tab says, moving off emotions and feeling is a quick way to get hurt in a holistic environment. There is a time and a place, and that was not the right time or place. Dude, I 1000% agree with you on that. Pat Loudon says, you would think if it was that bad, he wouldn't offer free childcare to illegals. Well, he does offer free childcare to illegals, and he's going to continue to do so, man. Ah, my gosh, dude. Yep. Now, here's something I wanted to talk to you guys about. I told you guys I'd give you an update. This is Iran. This is outside of Mashhad. This is a new video that ended up coming out today. I don't know if you guys noticed all of the gunshots and the tracers and the wounded people being carried away and all of that madness. And this is Mashhad. This is like the far eastern side of the country. Look at all this crap going on over there, man. Well, Donald Trump ended up coming out today. I'm going to maybe let it spin right there. Donald Trump came out today and he gave a new warning to Iran. Only this time it wasn't about the people of Iran being shot or the people of Iran being killed by their own government. No, the warning that he ended up giving today, unlike that on January 2nd, had to do with enriched uranium. You heard that right, enriched uranium. And he's demanding, not that Iran stop killing his people. No, he's demanding that they give up their uranium. I told y'all. And I think maybe a week later, it's going to be another excuse. But either way, we're going to bomb the crap out of that country. Just as I told you guys, I don't even really know how long ago, that the situation with the United States and Iran has absolutely nothing to do with Iran killing their own people, and it has everything to do with the U.S. interest in the region. I absolutely meant it. Today, Marco Rubio was actually questioned on that during a meeting with the U.S. House on Foreign Affairs. And there you go. Here I thought that the United States actually had a plan for a regime change, because I think the entire government knows that that's exactly what the U.S. government is buying for. Like, we don't give a crap about anything else other than the Ayatollah not being in power and him not backing up anybody else. And remember how I told you Iran's connected to Venezuela and so on and so forth, and weapons components and things like that being shipped into Venezuela, and everybody's like, oh no, that's a problem. Listen to Marco Rubio again.
I can tell you right now with full certainty, we are not postured to, nor do we intend or expect to have to take any military action in Venezuela at any time. The only military presence you'll see in Venezuela is our Marine Guards at an embassy. Okay, that is our goal, that is our expectation, and that is what everything that outlines towards. But that said, if an Iranian drone factory pops up and threatens our forces in the region, the president retains the option to eliminate that threat. I can tell you right now with full certainty, we are not postured to, nor do we intend or expect to have to take any military action in Venezuela at any time. The only military presence you'll see in Venezuela is our Marine Guards at an embassy. Okay, that is our goal, that is our expectation, and that is what everything that outlines towards. But that said, if an Iranian drone factory pops up and threatens our forces in the region, the president retains the option.
Oh. If an Iranian drone factory pops up in the region, over inside Venezuela. Imagine that. Why do you think he said that? Do you think I'm making this crap up? No. What did I say? The House, Senate. You guys think I'm making this crap up? Some of you guys do, but the threat is very, very real. Us taking out Venezuela, ripping Maduro out of power, and then going after Iran ties right back in to the freaking axis of evil over there. We can't have it. We can't allow it. It's got to go. Oh, my goodness. Remember how I brought up China? Remember?
On China.
I mean, look, when Iran and Russia, in Iran, their primary foothold in the region was Venezuela. Let me just put that up front. And it involved more than just selling weapons and all this other stuff. I mean, in many cases, there's clear evidence now that they were providing passports, Venezuelan passports with false identities to people who operated on behalf of both Iran and Hezbollah. And so deep concerns about that, and that needs to stop and end. In the case of Russia, their primary presence of influence in the region is Venezuela and to some extent Nicaragua and Cuba, which is where they operate. In the case of China, they do have a presence in Cuba. They have this debt relationship with Venezuela where they were basically taking Venezuelan oil as payment on debt, and then they were reselling it at a huge profit because they were buying it on discount. That is now obviously ended. And if their debt is legitimate, a future Venezuelan government will have to address it and deal with it as part of a broader restructuring of their debt. But in the short term, that is now ended. But the primary way that China plays in the Western Hemisphere is through commercial relations. They engage themselves in a country. They're very interested in telecommunication. They're very interested in building and controlling key infrastructure. They're very interested in critical mineral rights. And they've secured many leases for many years because of neglect on.
Oh, what do you say? Hold on. Wait for it.
They're very interested in critical mineral rights. And they've.
Oh, that's what I thought he said. They're very interested in critical mineral rights. I seem to remember also telling you guys this and bringing up how China is all about critical mineral rights. And one of the ones that they're cornering and screwing the United States over on left and right is this. Silver. It's up over $118 an ounce spot price as we speak. Over inside of Shanghai, I think it closed at 128. It's going to keep going. As soon as the United States starts catching up within a couple bucks, it's going to jump up another 10, just like it's been doing the last several months. John Wilson coming in, gifting out 20 Speak the Truth memberships. Thank you very much, John. CJ, these people have put their lives on the line because Trump said help was on the way. This little lady is livid, over 30,000 dead. CJ, I'm with you. He said, we're locked and loaded, and it's going to be on the way. Now, things have been exploding over inside of Iran. I just haven't talked to you about it, but things have been exploding inside of Iran, little ones. But we don't know exactly what's going on with those. And help being on the way doesn't mean it's going to be there in 5 minutes. When you're talking about a regime change, when you're talking about taking down the Ayatollah, when you're talking about taking down major international terror organizations, it takes time and it needs done right. If we screw this up, more than 30,000 people are going to be dead. Iran's gassing their people. No doubt. However, I hate to say this, but it is the honest to God's truth. Blood is the price that the people of Iran are going to have to pay for their freedom. We want it to be swift. We want it to be fast. That's the way we think today. However, directing your anger and hate towards the United States government when I don't see any other country on the planet that's talking about doing a damn thing about it. Last I checked, Israel was like, oh, we're hands off. The EU is totally against it. Although the EU Parliament came out today and, for the love of God, finally caught up to the year 2026 and designated the IRGC a FTO. Other than that, who's doing anything? Who's bombing the Houthis in Yemen? Who's doing a dang thing other than the U.S., really? We've been the forefront of combating them for the better part of 20 years. To pretend otherwise is ludicrous. Other countries have shed blood, and I'm sure the IRGC has killed members of other foreign militaries that were helping us out on U.S. missions over in Iraq and Afghanistan. However, When you're talking about regime change and you're talking about changing the history of not just Iran, but also the Middle East, because make no mistake about it, taking out the Ayatollah will change the Middle East. You have to be patient. If this is screwed up, if a coup in the military isn't ready to go, if all of these little chess pieces aren't in a row, how many more people do you think are going to die? You must be patient. You get one shot at this. John Wilson came in and gifted out 20 Speak the Truth memberships. And I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I understand. Lots of people are dying. It's bad. But we have to have some patience here. Pat Lowndes says, with the amount of footprint Iran already has throughout the Middle East and South America, I could imagine it if they were a nuclear power as well. Well, it's not that. It's the nuclear powers that they're supporting, right? It's the war that's been waged on the U.S. dollar by both Russia and China. It's a fact. Bishop Cruz coming in and becoming a true supporter. And here's something I promise you. I promise you this. If China wasn't doing this right now, we probably wouldn't be bombing Iran. And so while a bunch of people are ticked off that nobody's helping out the people over inside of Iran, help will come. It's not for the reasons you want, and I hate to say that. Trump made it abundantly clear today when he brought up uranium enrichment. By the way, who's providing the scientists that are helping with the uranium enrichment over inside of Iran? Russia. This has nothing to do. The people being killed by the regime, unfortunately, is a convenient excuse for the Trump administration to go in and do something. Why haven't we heard about Nigeria since? You think that one tiny little bombing campaign we conducted ended up decimating the ISIS terrorists in the region and they stopped killing Christians? No. X-Viper says the U.S. thinks in 2 to 4 year cycles. Most other nations think a decade or centuries. Help is on the way, but it needs to be done so the next president doesn't screw things up. You're absolutely correct. Eric says, sometimes you love the show, but I miss your super chats. Eric, I am so sorry, sir. Doing my best to get to all of them. Doing my best. 440 says, are you stacking silver? No, any silver I ever owned was lost in a boating accident with all of my guns. Check that out, though. 118. And what this is, ladies and gentlemen, what that is, in my opinion, it's not even really that silver is finding the real price. Silver is like going into its price discovery phase because what's taking place on the world stage. But it's also that the US dollar has been devalued to the point that you have those two things emerging at the same time. You have price discovery because of what's going on in China, coupled with very, very, very low volumes here in the United States that are being stored. And then you also have a devalued US dollar over time. Those two things combined are causing things to go way up. I love seeing Taco in the comment section. Trump always chickens out. What are you missing, man? Like, how do you even say that? How do you say that Trump always chickens out after we dropped a dozen 30,000-pound bombs on Iran? How do you say that? We sent the military after Maduro and called it a law enforcement operation. We took an oil tanker that reflagged as a Russian vessel right in front of a Russian nuclear submarine. He sent 2 nuclear subs off the coast of Russia right before he met with Putin in Alaska. You can say it, man, but it's delusional. Like, it's fine to say it, but it's delusional. What did he chicken out on freaking Greenland? Like, where is it? Like, it is literally like, you're the reason. Like, I want to be friends with everybody, man, but like stuff like that is the reason why people do have that term TDS, or Trump derangement syndrome. Like, that's where that comes from, man. Like, you just throw out one catchphrase that you read on a freaking protest sign somewhere, and you think it's going to be like big, and it's not. It's stupid. Let's go back to Rubio. You ain't done yet.
Secured many leases for many years because of neglect on our part in allowing them to do that, and it's given them leverage and a presence in many of these countries. I will say that I think that influence in our hemisphere has eroded over the last year. For example, Panama left the Belt and Road Initiative. We have new leaders in Chile, in Peru.
Panama left the Belt and Road Initiative. The influence inside the Middle East, or excuse me, the influence over inside the Western Hemisphere is huge.
In Paraguay, in Chile, and in Honduras, that have expressed a strong desire to realign with the United States and our priorities. And we have great relationships with Argentina, Paraguay, and other countries in the region who are also very cooperative. And we've had great cooperation from the Panamanian authorities as well, including a case before the Supreme Court. I don't know if the final has been submitted, that could lead to the eviction and removal of a Chinese-controlled company that controlled both ports at the Panama Canal.
Thank you. I wish we had more time. I'm out of time. I yield.
Nick Fuentes will save us. Yeah, or very strong patriots like Jacob Lang. Those guys are all about it, man. So get your butts over to the Discord and get over in the chat, man. I got a couple minutes left that I want to talk to you guys. I want to see where you guys are at in this world. It's that time. It's been a long time since I've done an evening Discord chat. Let's do this. Jay Dale, who are you talking about? He's talking about Trump, baby. He's talking about Trump, man. He's scared, baby. He thinks he can chicken out, and that's okay. You can let him chicken out. Ladies and gentlemen, just now joining me over on Discord. Good to have you guys as you slowly roll in. Yoda, man, quick to raise that hand. I love it. Let's get you in here, Yoda. Let's get you up in. Let's do it to it, buddy. What's up, friend? Oh, Yoda, please tell me you can hear me. John Wilson, thank you, sir. He says, logging off for the night, friends. Got to work in the morning. Much love, Matt. God bless you and your family with all the prayers you give the community. I hate to burden you with another, but my girlfriend and I had to put down her dog. Dude, that is the worst, bro. That is the worst. That is the worst when you got to put down a dog, man. I am so sorry. You will join them tonight for me. You will be joined in mine. I got your back, John. Yoda, can you hear me yet? It says you're muted. Did I mute you? Hold on. Wait a minute. All right, Yoda, now you can talk. You must have been rambling or something because I had you on mute. Yoda? You always do this to me, Yoda. Why are you doing this to me? You shouldn't be muted. You should be able to talk. No, we can't hear you, Yoda. I see you typing, but I can't hear you. I did unmute you, though. You were muted. Try talking again. This is just frustrating. Wow, that's just silly. Well, if nobody else besides Yoda's going to come up, I don't even know what I'm going to do with my life at that point. Besides pray for John and his girlfriend and their pup. No? Nobody, huh? No takers. I go and I open up the Discord chat late at night and nobody wants to jump in and have a discussion about the madness in the world. They're just like, no, we want to watch Matt just spin out of control tonight. That's what we want to see. Madness. Hell Rush, are you in here? Is Hell Rush the guy that wanted to debate me? I got told about live on air today. Is that who it was? I don't know. EMS, what's up, bud? You should be live.
Hi, Matt. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, love your show. This is Eric Seidenstricker. I just want to tell you you're doing an awesome job. I just really am. I feel kind of I don't know. It doesn't feel like everybody in the country is with us, and it's like almost a fight. So, I mean, I saw that stuff from Ilhan Omar today, and it was very disappointing to me. I was just like, oh my God, you people, I just don't understand it. So, I don't know. I guess offer some good points of wisdom, and I really love the show. Thank you.
Well, thank you, man.
Hear me?
I can hear you kind of, sort of. Keep talking.
What is going? Okay, I
There he
figured
is.
it out. No, I'm
You got it?
Yoda, you're killing me, man. You're killing me tonight, bro. Brian, what's up, friend? Is anybody's Discord working this evening? Is it? Is it?
Can you hear me?
Barely.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yoda, you're killing me, man.
It's Eric.
Kill me.
I can hear myself in Yoda's crap.
Oh no. It's Discord. What do you expect?
It's Discord, man. Of course it's going to be Discord. I'm going to have to start doing this. I don't know, man. I don't want to do this on X. You know,
Mine kind of is working. I can hear you.
Whoever's got the stream on, turn it off.
You guys are. Oh, this is bad.
Hold on a sec. Let me mute it. Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
There you go.
I got
Yoda.
green. Y'all hear
Now
me?
you're
Nice.
You're
Yeah,
in, Yoda.
I am an ex-technician, so I kind of know what I'm doing, but sorry about that.
I'm talking through my Bluetooth, and my Bluetooth was being a pain in the neck and didn't want to
Oh
connect.
yeah, right.
Oh my God, that was out of control. All right, let's hear it.
Oh, it was. Oh no, 1,000%.
Fuck, Matt.
1,000%. If you watch the video of Elon before she was attacked, supposedly, you can see her looking at this guy, nodding her head at him. It's
Yeah,
been
I've got the clip.
like there's multiple video angles. Yeah.
She's
It's
not nodding her head, man.
absolutely-
She's like staring at him over and over and over again. She's not nodding. She's like
Well, no,
eyeballing him.
before he attacked her, you see
I'm
her
aware.
not shake her head. Yes.
Well, yeah, all of it, all of it.
Yeah, it looks totally fake to me.
And I forgot to mention the
It was
FBI is now
1,000%.
The FBI, by the way, is now investigating it. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, dude, 1,000% staged. Because no offense, if she was sprayed with any kind of liquid, they have been ripping our clothes off, trying to get those articles of clothing off of her.
Well, I wouldn't have been ripping her clothes off there, but I'd have been rushing her in the back and being like,
No, they
True,
would have
but
been
no,
rushing her.
also-
They'd have been rushing her in the back and ripping her clothes off.
bingo.
1,000%. Because they
Yeah,
don't. They don't know if
Okay.
that guy threw acid on her.
No, they do not. But she stood there like she was a tough guy, pretending that, you know, I can't even, man. I can't even with her. I can't.
Well, the guy that did it looked like he was, I don't know, it looked like some kind of actor that really failed acting lessons.
Allegedly, he was a producer. A producer.
I just wanted to point out something. People saying that she was looking at real funny. I have to strongly disagree. She only looks like that at her brother.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
OMG, man.
Yeah. I mean, very well could be. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, now we got that. Now we got
Was
that.
anybody able to decipher what he said to her?
No. No. It was something to the level of, oh man, what was it? He said something dumb to her. I can't remember what it was, but it was very, like stupid, recent, politically motivated stuff.
I think it was like, you need to resign or something like that.
I don't know. It was trash. It was trash. The whole thing was trash. And the guy's sitting there looking like just a nut job the whole time. So like,
He said to her, "You caused this. Resign now."
that was it.
There was
You
a slow
caused this.
down video. You caused this. Resign now, and then he sprayed her right after that.
That was it. You caused this.
Yeah,
Right.
that was it.
Yeah, it was you caused this, which I'm with you guys, man. Like that to me, absolutely asinine. And to be quite frank, the guy looks weird. Like the one catch that I have with Ilhan looking at him is he looks like a weirdo. Like I'm not so sure I would have been staring at him being like, the hell is this guy doing? You know what I mean?
Maybe he eats bananas and rice.
maybe you think just maybe he eats bananas and rice? You think maybe that man ate bananas and rice?
So I got something funny. That banana and rice girl, she was actually detained by Homeland.
Oh yeah, her and 15 others, friend. Her and 15 others
They were arrested.
For assault and a bunch of other charges. So big surprise there.
Praise the Lord.
Yep, praise God. That was amazing to see that happen. I didn't see her with band-aids on though. Did anybody see a scar on her head? We should go back and check.
No, I didn't see her scab.
No, there was no scar, there was no scab, there was nothing. She was detained. It was so funny.
Oh yeah, that band-aid was totally fake.
It miraculously healed.
Yeah, how many days ago was that? Like a couple days?
Special Somali.
3 days ago.
Had to have only been like 2 or 3 days, man. Like
it was 3 days ago.
3 days ago, yep. 3 days ago. I was brutally assaulted. I got these brand new band-aids, and there's nothing on her head at all.
And I got into a fight a couple weeks ago, and I still have the scars and scabbing from when I got into a fight.
Yeah, right.
And that hasn't gone away. How the hell is scabs on your head going to go away after 3 days? It's not possible.
Exactly.
It doesn't. Especially if you're like me and you just pick at them over and over and over. And I don't know why I do that. Well, how do you guys feel about the coverage staying on stuff here in the United States of America and still maintaining some focus overseas, trying to keep on all of that? Because it seems like the whole world's going to hell right now.
I love it, Matt. You're doing a good job.
I love it. The whole world is going to hell. And the thing is, the lefties are pushing it. And I've realized this, if you think about it, everything with the left is hate America, hate this, hate that, hate this, hate that. And then all these other countries that are saying that they hate the United States. The left and the Democrat Party is trying to destroy this country. That is my feeling. They flooded this country with all these people to get a narrative pushed about ICE because they knew Trump was going to start deporting them. Think about it. The Democrats knew they weren't going to win 2024. And now everything coming out of Fulton County with the election stuff, and the Democrats losing their fucking minds over that. This was all pre-planned.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
Sure is.
I'm happy.
So Matt,
I'm happy that they went in and that they're pulling all those, but we'll see what ends up coming out of it. If there is
the 300,000 election votes from that video that you showed, where they were counting votes after the poll closed, that's going to show.
Well, I remember we were watching it, and we were watching those major swings like that were flip flopping and being like, "That's weird." Like, how did that just happen?
Oh, dude, Georgia was crazy. I watched that whole election that night. And when Trump lost Georgia by over 300,000 votes and his votes stopped going up, I'm like, there's something not right there. Is how do your votes just stop and another candidate climbs up to over 300,000?
I actually, I was laid off due to, pardon me, COVID. So I had nothing to do during that election. Being a software engineer, expertise in databases, et cetera, I found out where to get the live data from that election from Edison. Same data all the media outlets get. So I pulled it. Long story short, I pulled it for 20 days, I think. Well, it was through like the 21st of November. The data was still coming in. Ran it through a database, analyzed it, put it on a website. The website's not up anymore. I still have the data, though. It showed, to be honest, it showed that both candidates lost votes during the election, which should never happen unless there's an audit. They might lose votes.
Well,
but let me.
And my thing is, okay.
What happened is, and you can see it in all the major states, like the swing states, Trump lost more and Biden gained more. And if you look at the graphs, and I know the MyPillow guy, what the heck was his name? He showed it on his
Mike
show.
Lindell.
Yeah, Mike Lindell. They showed it on his pot stream in April. The graph is similar to what a cruise control in your car does. So it will accelerate your car if you set it for like 50 and you're doing 20. So it'll accelerate really quick at first until it gets near the target 50, and then it'll slow down, which will give you a curve. That's exactly what the data did.
Okay.
And it all happened. I was up all night too, because like I said, I had nothing to do. I basically watched it. The whole thing happened. So yeah, around 3 a.m, all the states right around the same time, suddenly they started counting again, and suddenly it's like, oh look, it's flipped.
Well.
And then it comes out in the last couple of years that, oh, look, there was fraud found in Fulton County in Georgia. Oh, there was fraud in Nevada. There was fraud in Arizona. There's fraud, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, it was there.
So we just need to get the evidence. They basically just need to grab the evidence.
Well, and the really tough thing is there were 60 cases. A lot of people bring up, a lot of Trump haters, people with TDS. Oh, Trump lost 60 cases. Well, no. Those 60 cases, all but I think one of them, were tossed out due to no standing. So they didn't even look at the cases based on the merits. They looked at them as, well, you don't have any standing to sue, so see ya, bye-bye. So they never even looked at the evidence. There was one case, I think it was Michigan, that I saw where the judge said, well, you're right, there's fraud, but there's nothing you can do about it. It's too late.
Well, that's not okay.
Really?
So
Really?
This is kind of odd. So Josh Plinkett, down inside of the chat on YouTube, is saying that a bunch of aircraft, more than he's ever seen, are taking off from Alaska. Like military aircraft are just going wheels up right now out of Alaska.
Top sec.
Are these an ADS-B or what are these?
There's always the possibility that Russia's sending another bomber. There's always the possibility of all of these things happening, right? And saying that aircraft are taking off from Alaska doesn't give you a distance, direction, description, anything of that nature. They're just taking off from Alaska. They could be intercepting Chinese spy balloons. They could be going after freaking whatever. And it can also be bad info. Or it can be the United States government putting out misinformation to make the Ayatollah crap his pants. So I'm not that concerned about that one. But just throwing it out there.
Hey, Matt.
What?
Yeah. Hey, I've seen a couple reports over the last couple of days about 40,000 U.S. troops staged on the other side of the border of Iran. I assume it's just not regular infantry with tanks and all that type of stuff we saw in the Gulf War. What does that mean? I understand carriers, I understand the boats, the planes. What are those soldiers? What do they do?
Who's claiming that we have 40,000 troops staged over outside of Iran?
I don't have the sources in front of me. It's just some things I follow regularly that.
So I would question the source on that one, saying that we have 40,000 troops staged outside of Iran that are built up on it. The only confirmed anything that I've seen, number one, I don't think we have 40,000 troops inside of Iraq. We don't. Over inside of the Middle East, we have a grand total, and I mean across the Middle East between Al Udeid and several other locations, 50,000 estimated, right? And that includes Kuwait, and that includes lots of other places. So to say that we have 40,000 over inside of Iraq's not correct, in my opinion, which is why I said allegedly I've seen reports of up to 25,000, but I don't even think that's accurate. It's going to be far less than that. The United States has been. Many of those? Hold on. Shh. The United States has been moving. The United States has been moving large amounts of aerial defense assets into the region, but to have 40,000 troops staged on the border, that's a bit much.
Hey, when are we going to get Bananas and Rice the musical?
I don't know, man. That's not my job. That's not what I do. I'm on the wrong side. I'm on the wrong side.
Kidding.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong side.
Matt, what do we think about those troops that are being staged probably being Kurdish fighters?
No. It could be, but I doubt it. I highly doubt that it's Kurds that are staging like that. I'm sorry?
Or is that only in Syria? Aren't the Kurds in parts of Iran, or is that only in Syria and Iraq?
It stretches across Iran. It kind of goes down like the western border of Iran, north to like northern part of Iraq, and then it kind of goes up and over the Kurdish territory, goes up and over the northern part of Iraq, and then works its way over into Syria. There is a huge possibility, though, that the Kurds are being overran right now over inside of Syria, from what I've heard, and that there's about to be something really, really bad against them and HTS. So we'll see how that turns out. It doesn't look very good. So it could have to do with that, and people are misreporting information. So it could be Kurds on a different border, and you play that talk in the other guy's ear thing all the way. But we'll see what happens. Look, 40,000 United States troops roaming into, let's just get this straight. 40,000 U.S. troops roaming into Iran wouldn't do, it's not enough. It's not what we would send. It's not nearly enough. And we would have armor. Yeah, we would have armor, dude. We would have artillery. We would have all sorts of crap ready to roll, son. 40,000, not so much. And Iran does have decent enough drones, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Look, Iran ended up publishing footage earlier today of U.S. warships that were operating over near their waters and putting out like threats on like the U.S. warships. Like, don't worry about it. We'll blow it. Like, if stuff like that happened, Iran likely would have leaked some footage of a troop buildup like that and been like, look, America, we see you. And I also think that Iran would have likely preemptively launched an attack if the U.S. was building troops up on a border. Like, it doesn't pass the common sense sniff test. Like, even when the United States was piling up in Kuwait, you know, getting ready to go into Iraq, Iraq was sending crap across the border.
Hey, Matt, did you check the fake True Social post yet?
No, man. I normally when it's stuff like that, I tend not to search for it because I've always got like 1,000 things going on, and my multitasking abilities most of the time don't allow for it, so I won't do that while I'm live.
But yeah, the he had a gun, only criminals had guns thing was just a fake post someone made on X. That's basically the sum of it.
Matt, since we're kind of on the subject, if you check the chat, what I just posted. So regarding Greenland, if you look at that picture, I didn't expect that picture to show up, but it's on the page, Wikipedia. Now I know Wikipedia is not a great source, but I chose it because of the picture, which is accurate.
Oh, brother, that is way too deep to get into right now because I'm about to sign off.
I just wanted to.
I have been live for about 10 hours today, and my head's gonna pop. But that is way too deep for us to get into right now.
I just wanted to throw that out there for you for your future.
Do you think
I
the
appreciate
whole
it.
Minnesota, the whole signal gate with all those people is going to go anywhere, or do you not think it's going to go anywhere?
No, I think it's going to go somewhere. I think that they have to gather this thing that's called evidence, and I mean, see if they can tie phone numbers to those different signal names and whatnot versus the signal safety numbers, then they would be able to get it. There was certain, I'm trying to remember who it was I ended up tying things into. Oh, it was when I did Aguilar's crap on GHF. I had to get, so like the lieutenant governor, for example, if they have somebody else that's in contact with the lieutenant governor and they have her signal safety number and they're able to tie it with the signal safety number that Cam got a hold of and saw, and they click on it and they're able to see the signal safety number, and then they can link that to her, that would be great. That would be solid enough to be able to go and get after. So if they're able to do things like that, I think you'll see some indictments and stuff coming down the pipe. But that takes time and effort. I don't know how long it's going to take. I know Tom Homan's making a speech tomorrow morning. I think it's 8 a.m. Central is when he's going to have a speech over there. Him, Pam Bondi, and the Deputy Attorney General are all going to be present, to my knowledge. So it should be good. Should be good, man. With that being said, guys, I need to get my butt to bed. I've been no kidding going at it since 04:30, and it is sleepy time, boys and girls. It is sleepy time for me.
Man.
Happy birthday, everybody! Thank you guys very much.
Have a good one, brother. Blessings to you and your family.
Thank you, guys.
Anybody that wants to continue talking, we can take this over to the lounge.
Love it. And also, don't forget to say a prayer for John Wilson's girlfriend.
Bandits.
That's right. Don't forget to say a prayer. John Wilson, his girlfriend, and their pooch that they lost. That sucks, man. It's like losing a family member. All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Night.
And ladies and gentlemen over on YouTube, I'm signing off. It's time for me to take a break. It's break time. It's sleepy time for Matt. I'll see you guys